Let's talk about champagne and glassware, because that's something we get asked a lot is what should I be drinking my champagne in? I have a number of contestants over here, and we're going to go through them and see. There's two things to bear in mind here. There's two factors at play. One is bubbles, and the other thing is aroma. We'll look into that as we go along. So let's go to contestant number one, which is the flute. Classic flute, probably seen this at parties.
People love the flute.
Yeah, parties, weddings, it's a classic. It works really well because this shape, this long thin shape with a narrow opening means the bubbles are going to stay in there and it's going to stay bubbly. So you can fill this up to here and you can walk around at your party sipping on it and you're going to have lots and lots of bubbles. The bad thing about it is where's the aroma going to come from? Because you need space for the aroma and you can't really get your nose in there. Good for bubbles, not so good for aroma. Our next candidate is the burgundy glass. And you may be thinking, what the hell is he doing with a burgundy glass? This is champagne. But actually, if you go to some kind of fancy champagne bars, they will serve you champagne in a glass like this. And there's a reason for that, which maybe you've guessed it, is there's a lot of space in here. There's lots and lots of room for aromas to open up for you to stick your nose in and get the full benefit and enjoyment of what's going on in there. And the important thing to remember here, if you do use one of these, is you're only going to put a tiny little bit in because the downside of one of these is bubbles are going to dissipate because there's so much volume area here. So great for getting aromas, but not so good for bubbles because they're going to disappear. Contestant number three, we don't actually have one here. It's called the tulip glass, and it's considered the best of both worlds. It's shaped kind of like a tulip, so it's kind of narrow here, and then it will kind of go out, and it tapers slightly at the end. And what that does is it has the small narrow part at the bottom, meaning that there's not lots and lots of surface area for bubbles to fly out of, dissipate. But
similar to a flute.
Similar to the flute. So it kind of has the bottom bit like a flute, if you like, and then it opens up. Not as crazy as this, but it opens up into more of a bulb thing, bulb shape, so you can get the aromas from it. So best of both worlds there. You don't have to go out and buy a bunch of tulip glasses. We don't have any. We use a white wine glass. This works pretty well. Again, it has pretty small surface area. So there's not loads of room for the bubbles to dissipate, but it's wide enough for aromas and for you to put your nose in there. It's a good balance of bubble preservation and aroma enjoyment. So this would be our winning candidate as a best all-rounder. There is another contestant. It didn't really make the cut. It didn't really make the first round, but we're going to show you anyway. And it's the coupe. You may have seen a coupe. You may have drunk from a coupe. You may know why this isn't going to work because it doesn't have any of the benefits, basically. It's like, it's got nothing. It doesn't have any narrow part to it. It has a wide opening, but people fill this up to here.
To the top, to the rim.
I mean, even if you don't go to the rim, there's still not much room for you to enjoy aromas. And they're just going to like disappear. They're just going to like
the bubbles disappear completely. And you can't smell it.
Yeah. So
it's like pointless.
I mean, they look nice.
They're
And
cute.
If I was going to a 70s cocktail party, I wouldn't mind if I got given one of these. I think it'd be quite nice.
They're also easy to spill from.
Very easy to spill from.
Clumsy people like me.
So that's the lineup. Like I said, the winning contestant, best all-rounder, the white wine glass.